Okay, traders. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another FX Setup video edition. My name is still Damir Galic, and it's still Monday, the 15th July 2013. Meanwhile, 20 o'clock 16 Central European time. So 104 minutes before Wall Street close. Okay, here on Monday evening or Monday. I want to give you an economic FX setup for tomorrow, especially for the focusing the euro dollar. So however, analyze the stuff again, it's still yours. Okay, here we go, calendar for tomorrow. CPA data, both sides included, E-trade balance and US industrial production. I tweeted before some minutes. Let's get a shortly overview about Tuesday. So tomorrow, it's all Central European time. By the way, on my blog, you can get this overview also, or hear this tweet. However, focusing tomorrow morning, Austrian CPI, then bond auction, Spain 1050 6-month and 1130 12-month, and between ZAV, Survey economic sentiment and current situation, then CPI for the whole Europe, Eurozone, and trade balance. Also very important here. By the way, I see it. Duka's copy ranked it as low. However, house prices also interesting low. Even the actual situation in Spain, house crisis, also South states, and take an eye also of the house prices, 12 o'clock and 40-30, much more impact, CPI and 50-15 Central European time, industrial production. Okay, and the question is, of course, how to trade it or how to make some money throughout this development. So here's the euro dollar 5-minute chart. Meanwhile, 130.65.64 at 14 o'clock 18 New York time. So here we see a slightly upside trend. Here, by the way, before 2 hours, I uploaded also a German edition after Frankfurt closed, and I preferred the long side into tomorrow and maybe throughout this week, even cause following situation. Here we've got the actual technical situation, and we see, or you can see here today, Friday and Thursday a little bit. Here we've got here this sideways trend. So here this daily moving average, and here this weekly moving average. And the interesting point is following stuff. Look at this, guys. Here the high of the high throughout Thursday, ASAS session, and Thursday, New York session, and here the highs on Friday. And today, ASAS session, here we climbed it and failed, fought back, and here throughout Wall Street session, we're trying here we're struggling here, we're climbing here above, even above the daily moving average and this slightly downside trend. So maybe a good setup into tomorrow's economic data impact, and we will see what will happen. And basically, let me say, independent from this calendar of tomorrow or this week, I still prefer the US dollar and would sell the euro, but I would buy the US dollar at lower base prices and the US and sell the euro at higher prices. So all in all, maybe we could make some pips here on a long position this week. So, and the target for this long position is following. Here we see we get the first target here, as I paint this line this morning here. The first target should be, or we got the first target 130.57. The second should be 130.77, and the third should be 130.89 maybe today or into tomorrow Asia session, and then we will see what will happen even with the economic output. The bigger target could be 131.21 and 131.44, and the main target maybe for this week should be 132.05. So for the euro. So if we get these prices in a long position, then I would create here around about it a stop and create a new that. So if we trading, I don't accept it this week, but if we should here raise up surprisingly here even like last Wednesday, so then we are in a new technical, how do you say in English, technical scenario or basic setup. Yes, I would create a new setup. Okay, but I wouldn't don't ignore the short side. So I would here create the stop at the lows of Thursday last week after this high here on Wednesday European time after Bernanke's speech and the FOMC minutes came out. Here we've got here this low then on Thursday here, while Thursday Asia session at 130.04, and that would be or is in my opinion here the stop for this setup. So right here right now 130.62, stop 130.04, 58 pips on the downside, and the possibility even here of higher prices into 132.05. So 100 pips on the above side and 50 on the downside could be a good 3-to-1 ratio. Yes. Okay, but for all, I'm not so yes, or let me say here, if I see this chart, technically, I'm optimistic, but basically the data is so bad. So yes, if you ignore the data from Europe and then poorly technically buy the euro dollar, but I don't know how the market will react on that, and another participants, of course, throughout this week, and then so take the stop at 130.04 if you want to use the setup. You can also, of course, take the stop at 129.97 or much lower, or 129.97. Yes, 129 here 129.92, of course, here, or at least here at the weekly price 129.64. So, as I said before, the data from Europe don't give me a reason to buy the euro. So you can also I would here take the stop 130.04, and if we get lower prices, if we break here the Friday low, or today's Friday low 129.97 and today's low 129.92, I would here starting to sell the euro. So I would create here and switch. So if you want, I would still prefer the long side into tomorrow, but who knows how the market will react and what data will come out. And if the stop here comes in, and if we should go lower, I would switch to the short side. Even cause technical point of view, this stuff here we can create here to this downside line here, as we started this video here. Here we can create also here this trend channel. Here this downside line. Here as we've got here on Wednesday this spike and this low, and then this reaction here. We created here something like a channel, and we break out here. That was here after Frankfurt closed, German or European session closed. Here this breakout, and we've got here this breakout. That was the trading capability, and now, yeah, we'll see what will happen. So, yes. However, don't take the setup without a stop, 130.04 in this case, and prices under 129.92 I would use as a short setup, even course. Here we see if this trend channel works, this could also be in trade. Fails breakout here, if we saw this morning European, maybe here throughout Wall Street and Asia, the price can also come back. So be aware of this, of the euro dollar in the next day. Here, by the way, the Wall Street and European Wall Street session we see here, and we see here we are trading round about the highs, some pips, 10 pips under 2 days or West session highs, yes. Asia session highs were by 1.3077, so 16 pips above. Okay, the most interesting fact also, in my opinion, is following stuff. Look at this here. Tomorrow will data came out here at this price level. Let's zoom a little bit. Here created. Here we see the data tomorrow, and we see here, yes, here we see tomorrow, while European session and US session, we will have here and squeeze out here even above 130.04. Then the trend channel is under 130.04. So all in all, I would prefer the long side. And maybe that could give us support even for higher prices. But if we fall back here in this tomorrow, if we fall here back or tonight, prices are under 129.92, I would use as a short entry here to switch in euro dollar. But I would much more see euro dollar here to get here this price level. 132.05 perhaps this week, and then next week a little bit higher I would short euro dollar once again. Okay, but that's another topic, another theme. So thanks for spending your time watching my video today. Have a I hope you can following my conclusions. However, take care, stay aware, don't ignore the data tomorrow, and yeah, we'll talking to you tomorrow while Wall Street session once again. So have a great morning, day or night, whenever and wherever you're watching my economic FX setup. Bye bye, guys.